The UK is one of the biggest legal markets in the world, so it's no surprise that a bunch of people want to become lawyers here. In this video, I'm going to cover the 4 main ways that you can become a lawyer in the UK. If you're new here, my name's Idin. I'm a corporate lawyer in London and a New York qualified attorney. I make video about the law application process, my experiences as a lawyer, and that sort of stuff. So if you think that's interesting to you, consider subscribing to this channel. I also run a free newsletter called Little Law, which helps aspiring lawyers break into careers in law. So if you want to sign up for that, the link will be in the description. Before we get into it, there's a couple of things I want to clear up first. There's actually no such thing as a UK lawyer. The legal system in the UK is split up into 3 different groups. One for England and Wales, one for Scotland, and one for Northern Ireland, and they each have their own rules. In this video, I'm going to be talking about qualifying as a lawyer in England and Wales, because that's the most popular route, and that's the route that I took as well. And within England, there are 2 types of lawyers. There are solicitors and barristers. Solicitors work in teams, they work out of an office and they give advice and they help prepare cases. And barristers generally work on their own, and what they do is they present cases in court. So again, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to become a solicitor because that's the most popular route and that's what I did. So it's what I know most about. In fact, if you do want to learn about becoming a barrister, drop me a comment and I'll try and make that video happen. So the 4 main ways to qualify as a solicitor in England are the traditional route, the portfolio experience route, the solicitor apprenticeship route, and the international qualified lawyer route. If you know which one you're interested in, just use the timestamps in the video description to jump to the bit that you want to hear about. So first we've got the traditional route, and this is a standard way to qualify as a lawyer if you get a training contract from a law firm and then do 2 years of training with them. So first you start with a degree. And if you've done a law degree, that's great. If you haven't done a law degree, you can then do a law conversion, but technically you don't really need to do this anymore. And that's the same as whenever I mentioned that you need a degree in this video. It doesn't have to necessarily be a law degree. And then you have to sit 2 exams, SQE1 and SQE2. SQE1 tests your legal knowledge in a multiple choice format, and SQE2 tests your practical legal skills. So it will be things like legal writing or interviewing, those sorts of like hands-on in-person tests. And then once you've passed that, you need 2 years of qualifying work experience. So if you have a training contract, those 2 years that you spend at the firm will make up that time of qualifying work experience. And after you finish all that, you can now qualify. The next method is the portfolio experience route. So the good thing about the system in England is that even if you don't have a training contract, you can still qualify as a lawyer. First, you'll need a degree. Again, non-law degree is fine. Then you'll need to pass the 2 SQE exams, SQE1 and SQE2, and then have 2 years of qualifying work experience in the legal field. And this 2 years of qualifying work experience doesn't have to be a training contract at a law firm. It can be time you spent paralegaling, it can be voluntary legal work that you've done. It can also be work that you've done abroad, so not in the UK. And that 2 years of work experience doesn't have to be after you've done the SQE exams. You can do it before you've done the exams. You can even do it during the 2 exams, or you can do it after. But there are a few things you need to remember about this qualifying work experience. First, it all needs to have been done within a 6-year period. So the beginning of it and the end of it have to be within the 6 years. And also that 2 years of work experience has to be over 4 different roles at a maximum. So you can't have that spread across 5 different jobs. Then you need to get all your work experience signed off by a solicitor and then sent to the SRA, which is the solicitor's regulator. And if they're happy with it, then you can qualify. The third way you can qualify as a lawyer is the solicitor apprenticeship route. Legal apprenticeships are becoming way more popular these days. This means you can start your legal apprenticeship and start working at a law firm at the age of 18 straight after you finish your A-levels. And if you do this, you don't get any student debt and you start earning money straight away. So it's a pretty good deal. So the way you do this is first you need to find a law firm that offers a solicitor apprenticeship. And nowadays, loads of firms offer them. And then you need to get into one of these roles. And because of how popular they've become, this can be really as competitive as getting a training contract. And once you get in, you'll join the firm as a legal apprentice, and that apprenticeship lasts for 6 years. And throughout that 6 years, you'll be working in different teams of that law firm. During the 6 years, you'll also have to pass SQE1 and SQE2, and some firms will also give you the opportunity to get a law degree as well. So essentially, if you get a solicitor apprenticeship, you'll have no uni debt, you'll actually be getting paid because you're working through that time, and also you could have a law degree as well. And then once you finish it, you can qualify as a solicitor. If you're interested in solicitor apprenticeships, check out the organization City Century. They're doing amazing work to make apprenticeships way more accessible. I'm going to link them in the description below too. The 4th way to become a lawyer in England is through the international qualified lawyer route. Maybe you're a lawyer in your own country already and you want to become a lawyer in England too. So you can qualify by just doing the SQE, SQE1 and SQE2. And usually you won't be expected to do the 2 years additional work experience because the regulators assume that you probably have that experience from your time being a lawyer. But if you're an internationally qualified lawyer and you want to qualify in England even quicker, lawyers from some international countries are allowed to just do the SQE1, not do the SQE2 with all the practical tests, and qualify in that way. If you do want to use this SQE2 exemption and speed up your qualification, you might have to show that your English language level is up to a standard by doing an secured English language test or a CELT. I found this super useful table which shows the exemptions that apply to which country, and I'm going to leave that in the description below so you can check it out. So that covers the 4 main ways that you can qualify as a lawyer in the UK. As I said before, there are other routes. You can go down the barrister route, there's CILEX and other alternative paths, but I think what I've outlined will probably apply to 90% of people. I know how hard it is to qualify into a legal career in the UK. The different options are kind of confusing, and it can just take a long time to qualify anyway just because of how competitive things are. I went through the same thing when I was applying too. It took me years and years to get in, but I'm hoping this video will at least help you know what you need to do to get started. As always, let me know what you thought by leaving a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a comment down below. And if you're doing applications right now, consider subscribing because I'm going to keep putting application related content out on this channel. For all you aspiring lawyers, I run a commercial awareness newsletter called Little Law. You should sign up for that. It's completely free. The link's going to be in the description below. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out, and I'll catch you next time.